was sitting here thinking about my content, and again, I have no idea how long it's been since I've recorded this video from when you'll see it and when it goes live, because I'm not consistent in terms of like, you have to post every week and you have to post 3 times a month and or whatever. Like, I'm very much a slow creator, and whatever happens happens. And like, so it's like a default for me, it's a bit of a downfall for me that I like to really create based off of inspiration and go with the flow of that inspiration and like ideas, and then with my brain I like stop doing that and I move on to something else. And I do realize like that's an element of like unfinished projects, is like this element of procrastination and maybe like the dopamine release of like excitement of something new, and then you lose that dopamine and it's like, oh, this is boring, which I don't really have like that it's boring element. But I think there is something in our unconscious and in our chemicals of our body that like you got a dopamine release of like this new idea and excitement around something, and then at some point it just kind of dwindles. And like, I don't know, I'm all over the place, but I'm just going through my content and what I've been trying to do lately. And I've taken a bit of a break with social media, which I'm in my head about, because at first it started with this overwhelming feeling of like, I can't do it. I just can't focus on what it is I need to focus on, and I can't focus on what it is that needs to be done. And like, I'm overwhelmed by everything that I've created. So then my dumbass is like, I'm overwhelmed, I'm just not gonna do it. So that's where I've been the last several weeks. Like, I think I'm literally going into like a whole month of not posting on social media. And when I say social media, I'm saying Instagram. I don't do TikTok. I don't do Facebook really. And I'm kind of trying to get back to YouTube, maybe, I don't know. So yeah, what's the point of this? I don't know, I'm just chatting. I'm gonna add this into like a life update / how's life going vlog. And that's where I'm at mentally. I'm just in this very like overwhelmed state. And the last couple days I've been journaling more about it to like try to get out of this state and just like take action. And I know like when you go into this deeper levels, you know, you gotta just take action. And I'm not doing it every day. The last like 3 days I've been like, I just gotta post so that I can just like build that momentum to keep posting and build the momentum of doing the thing that I want to do. And I have just been stuck. It's like, I'm literally the last 3 days, I'm like, I just gotta post something so that I can just start, you know? Because sometimes it's just that starting, and then once you do it, and you do it again, and you do it again, it gets better. And I know like when I take these breaks, those breaks become longer breaks because I'm overwhelmed and I don't take that action. And like just sitting here, I know it's as simple as taking the fucking action, and it's just frustrating. I have it in my head of like how I want this like next several posts to go, and sort of like this. A big part of it is like I want it to flow the way that it happened, and I hate that so much time has passed that it feels like it just comes down to my perception of the ideas and opinions of other people that are stopping me in my tracks. And I know that it's not like, you have something on my screen? Do you guys see that? I think I just smeared it. So much time has passed between when that happened and with what's happening in life now that it feels a bit like, what's the point to post this now when I need to get to this? And I know it's this like whole idea of like live in the moment, be present, let go, move on. And I hate those narratives when it comes to this type of stuff, because it just kind of prolongs your work and like holds you back in some regard. Like I'm all about letting go, and I'm all about, moving on in the sense of like doing the work to heal, doing the work that you want to do to then get to what it is that you want to be doing, and becoming your best self and all those things, right? But sometimes I feel like those sort of ideologies can hold us back because we're like focused so much on that we don't finish what we're doing. Like, am I making sense? Oh, freaking no. I don't know. As you can tell, in my head, I've been just feeling very overwhelmed, and I like know I just need to like take action and like do something about it. And I'm also just like very tired more and more lately. I got sick just shortly before moving to Europe, which then propelled this like feeling of sickness and like all of my long stuff. And I just lately, the last year specifically, each time I get sick, it takes me longer to heal, it takes me longer to feel better, and then there's still like these lingering elements that I don't know, and then I just have to sleep more or like rest more, rest my body specifically. I think we forget that sometimes moving in itself is very stressful, and then I was not feeling well, and it's like all these elements that it just makes me not feel well, and I'm just overwhelmed with life while also trying to stick to what it is that I want to do in terms of my goals. And I'm just, I don't know, I'm just everywhere and I'm blabbing, and that's kind of been some of my journaling these last several days, specifically just kind of venting a little bit, complaining a little bit. And I know like I need to get out of that venting and complaining mode and do action mode and build that momentum and just take action and do something. And I know I'll get there. Like the goal is sometime soon. I was gonna say like today, but no, because I'm in my head about like posting times now. It's a whole thing, and I hate this part of me that harps and wallows in the chaos and in the mess. So much so that it holds me back. And so much so that the overwhelming feelings keep me stuck. And I think there's a big element of like grief, identity shifts, just this whole thing with like moving countries.